Good morning, New Year, and welcome to this lesson learner. We usher in the new year with the linear motion, and it's a question here. Swali rahisi tu. So two cyclists, Tom and Peter, are 60 kilometers apart. Tom left his house at this time and cycled towards Peter's house at an average speed of 16. Peter left his house at this time and the same day and cycled towards Tom's house at an average speed of 24 kilometers. Kwa hivyo linear motion inafaa ujue hii. Distance is equal to speed times time. Time is distance over speed. Speed is distance over time. Jua hiyo tosha. Kwa hiyo hapa tuko na Peter, tuseme tuko na Tom na Peter. Tom na Peter. Huyu anakimbia at 16 kilometers. Huyu anakimbia at 24 kilometers per hour. And the here to here tuko na 60 kilometers. 60 kilometers. Kwa hivyo hapo wanauliza the distance covered by Tom before Peter left his house. That is called earlier distance. The distance covered. Hii ni rahisi, unatafuta how long did it travel before the other person left. So uko na 10:30 minus huyu mwingine alitoka saa ngapi? 9. That is 1 hour 30 minutes. That is 1.5 hours. So they want the distance. Distance is equal to speed times time. So the speed was 16 kilometers per hour times time is 1.5 hours. So when you try and do that one, you get 24 kilometers. You get 24 kilometers if you put in your calculator. 1.5 times 16, 24 kilometers. Then next, wanakuuliza the distance from Tom's house when the two motorists met. Hiyo ni relative distance. Hiyo inaitwa relative distance. And relative distance is equal to, they want the relative distance. And you know that distance is equal to speed times time. So you find that 10:30 ndio Peter anatoka, but at that time at 10:30 huyu alikuwa ametravel 24. So relative, we find the relative distance hapo. The relative distance there you will get, you will take 60 minus 60 minus 24, you remain with 36. So you have 36 kilometers. Then so relative distance here is 36 kilometers. Then relative speed, when they are going on the opposite directions, you add, on the same directions you subtract. So there we will have 24 plus 16 and we will get 40. We will get 40 kilometers per hour. So the time taken is equal to relative distance over relative speed. So relative distance is 36 kilometers over 40 kilometers per hour. So how long did they take to meet? So 36 divided by 40. They met after 54 minutes. after 54 minutes. They met after 54 minutes. So they're asking the distance from Tom's house when the two met. So after 54 minutes, how much did he travel, or what distance did he travel? So you'll have distance is equal to speed times time. So speed is 16 times 54 is like 54 over 60. What do we get? 54 over 60 in terms of minutes is 9 over 10. That is hours. So you multiply by 16 is speed, you get 14.25. 14.25. Then you add the 24 that is he had already traveled. You get add 24. You get 38.25 kilometers. 38.25 kilometers. Then the time they met. So you will have the 10:30 a.m., the time that all of them were traveling, at the time that they used until they met. So 54, you add 54 minutes. So that one will be equal to 84. That will be 84 minus 6, so you have 24. So they met at 11. They met at 11:24 a.m. They met at 11:24 a.m. Good. Then next, we look at the two motorists took 20 minutes at the meeting point. The two motorists took 20 minutes at the meeting point and then cycled to Peter's house at an average speed of 20 kilometers per hour. Find the time they arrived. Find the time they arrived. Not the distance, but the time they arrived. So hawa watu walikutana ni kama wakakula lunch mahali hapo, wakajienjoy kidogo, alafu ndio wakasema sasa twende kwako. So they circled towards Peter's house, not Tom's house. So waliendelea kumove. So they met at 11:24 a.m. But they also took another 20 minutes to rest. So walichomoka hapo at 11:44 a.m. Hiyo ndio time walitoka. So we get the time that they took. So time is equal to distance over speed. So the distance that is remaining is that we must get the distance that was remaining. So when they met, we were remaining with what distance? Remember, we had traveled 24 kilometers, and here we want to add another kilometer. Let us see. The distance that was traveled until they met, the speed is 16 times time is 54. That one was 14.25. So we got that plus 24, we got 38.25. So the distance that was remaining was 60 minus 38.25. You remain with 21.75. So if you multiply, so the distance that was minimum is 21.75. Now you divide by that is the distance. Now we want the time. You divide by the speed. The speed was 20 kilometers per hour. So divide by 20. That one is 1 hour, 15 minutes, 15 seconds. So that is the time that they took. So you add to this. So 11:44, add 1 hour, 15 minutes. That one is 12:59, almost 1. 12:59. That is PM, I think, almost 1. Yeah. Unless I've done it wrong. Yeah, correct. So thank you for watching that video.